Staying very chilly across the area here this evening. No real surprise. And a live look right now at McLeod Mountain. Still a few flurries ongoing here in the area, as you can see in the light. And this is going to continue, it looks like, as we go through the evening hours, probably into tonight as well in some spots. Very light, but as cold as it's already getting like the past couple of nights. If we see a steadier band in a few spots, you may see a light coating on some road surfaces, so just be careful. It's 20 in Jamestown and Crossville, 27 in Knoxville, and 26 currently in the Dandridge area, so it is chilly out there. Road surface temperatures are falling, as you would expect. Many in the 20s already to our north, and we're right around freezing here in the Knoxville area. Overnight temperatures will drop well below freezing. We're talking teens, maybe some single digits in spots, but teens a pretty good bet as you head out the door first thing on Thursday. By the afternoon, clouds will be a little stubborn still for our Plateau and Kentucky counties, maybe a few flurries up there. Here, I'm expecting a little bit of sunshine. Knoxville southward, that's why it's a touch warmer, but not by much. We're back in the upper teens to low 20s overnight Thursday to Friday morning. Clouds come in pretty early, so these temperatures may rise a degree or two towards sunset, but it's still setting the stage for our winter event, as highs will not get out of the 30s for most areas, the way it's looking. Here's the timing I'm thinking right now, about 8 to 11 across the southwest. Subtract an hour, of course, if you're central time from that, so 7 to 10. About 10 to 1 here in the valley and 12 to 3 areas to the north. There is some dry air that it has to overcome first. The best chance for the steadier moisture, that's going to be from about 3 to 11 o'clock. Let's look at timing. 7 a.m. 6 predictor kind of lines up with this. Here comes the snow. Very light, at least initially. Just how quick do the low levels moisten up to see that snow? We'll have to see. So we may fine-tune that timing as we look at closer, but feeling pretty good about that now. One thing I mentioned earlier in the week was the possibility of some sleet mixing in. Now this forecast model picking up on that as we go into the afternoon and early evening hours, especially along and south of the Knoxville area. What is sleet? They're ice pellets, right? It's not freezing rain like last weekend where it's rain that freezes on contact. It's already frozen as it reaches the ground. What does that mean? Well, it's not going to help travel concerns, obviously, but it may cut down on some of the snow totals across the areas where we see sleet. This starts to wrap up, though, as you can see, as we go Friday night into Saturday. So as of right now, most areas see some 2 to 3 inch snowfall totals. Isolated 4 to 6 inch amounts. That's why we have kind of an average of 3 to 6. But as I said, sleet mixing in is going to kind of reduce some of these totals. We'll be able to fine tune this a little better as we get closer as well. I mean, we're still 48 hours or so out from this system. But our model has done a pretty good job today starting to pick up on some of that sleet I'd mentioned earlier in the week. So again, may cut down on your snow totals, but it doesn't really improve the travel impacts. We're still keeping those as high, but we've gone back to medium for our chances of sleet and areas to the south. So we'll keep an eye on this. Tomorrow, just staying cold, upper 20s. Can't rule out a few more flurries here into southeast Kentucky and across the plateau like we've seen. Only 33 at Jamestown, 34 in La Follette, and this will be if you see just a little bit of sunshine. Otherwise, you're going to hover close to the freezing mark like you saw for today. Here in the valley, Knoxville about 34, 35 Sevierville. I expect a little more sunshine south, which is why we're climbing in the mid to upper 30s. And I'll call it partly cloudy in the Smokies. We saw some breaks today. I think we'll see a few more tomorrow here. Chimney Tops at about 24, but slightly warmer. Pigeon Forge 35 and Wallen 37 degrees. So still some fine tuning to do, but we are weather aware because we're confident we're going to see snow developing as we go through the day on Friday. Could mix with some sleet, as I showed you in spots. People have been asking about warming up for the weekend. Well, we're drying out pretty quickly Saturday morning, but not much of a warm-up. Clouds will stay pretty stubborn. We're talking mid-30s on Sunday as well. But look at the cold start on Sunday morning. We're in the teens. So even if we see a little melting Saturday, we're back below freezing. We see a little bit of melting Sunday, we're back below freezing. Another shot of some colder air as well as we head towards the middle of next week. So hard to say how quickly they'll be able to treat the roads. I know they're going to do their best, but we know what happens with some of the subdivisions, side roads. It takes time.
And those are usually the last roads they get addressed, those neighborhood roads and things like that.
And we're not in the 50s, so it's going to take time.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Ken, thank you, sir. Hey, still to come on the 7, the